Hello friends and welcome to the weekly moon update. In these videos we talk about the moon energy for the current week and a little bit of astrology. In this video's case we're talking about September 22nd through the 28th. So if you are not watching this on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when it premieres, there are timestamps in the description box below so that you can jump around to different times of the week to catch up to whenever you're watching this. So this week is kind of an in-between week. We don't have a major moon phase, meaning we don't have a new moon, a first quarter moon, a full moon, or a last quarter moon, because our first quarter moon is going to be next Monday. So this entire week is going to be a waxing crescent moon because we just had, or by the time that if you're watching this live at 8:30 when it premieres, we just had our eclipse literally hours ago. So we just had our new moon eclipse in Virgo. I hope that you are all recovering and integrating from that. So this week is just a slow increase to the first quarter because it's not happening until next Monday. So we also have Mars changing signs this week, as well as the sun changing signs. So even though we just had our Virgo new moon, the sun is moving into Libra because we had 2 Virgo new moons the last few months. So we've got lots to talk about this week. Let's jump into it. All right. So right after we had, let's just talk about the eclipse a little bit. Let's talk about last week just a little bit because we're still here today. So Sunday afternoon, we had the eclipse at 3:43 p.m. The moon was new at 3:53 p.m. and then it started switching in from Virgo to Libra at 3:53 p.m. at the same time that it was new. Only a couple hour of a transition. So from 5:41 p.m. Sunday early evening, the moon moved into Libra. So we are starting off Monday with Libra, and the moon will be in Libra all day Monday and part of Tuesday as well. A very, very long transition from 12:01 p.m. Tuesday afternoon until 5:01 a.m. Wednesday morning. We're starting off with the week with lots of Libra energy, basically, is what I'm saying. The sun is moving into Libra. Mars was already in Libra and is moving into Scorpio. So Scorpio energy, I was saying this on the witching hours the other day. Libra energy is like when you walk into a store, Target, Walmart, Michael's, whatever, whoever sells Halloween decorations. When you walk into a store and you see the Halloween section, there's usually like one aisle that's all the pumpkins and the little woodland creatures and the fall leaves and all of that like really pretty decor, the like kind of farm woodland animal kind of energy. That is Libra energy. And then you go over in the next aisle and you have your skeletons and your ghosts and your black cats and your zombies and your mummies and all of that like spooky Halloween kind of stuff. So this is the difference between Libra and Scorpio. Libra, ruled by Venus, is that the beauty that you see in fall. It's the changing of the leaves, those bright, vibrant colors. You can get those fake leaves in the store. But then when you move into Scorpio, it's that other aisle that is the dark, the spooky, the gravestones, the bats, the witches, the Frankenstein, the vampire. It's all of those like dark, spooky things. So this is the difference between Libra and Scorpio. We've got both of these energies happening on Monday. The sun being in Libra, the moon is also in Libra. So I was so excited for having the sun and the moon syncing cycles. Oh yeah, I was so excited. I was so excited to be having the sun and the moon changing signs and having that cycle in sync. But we only had it for 1 month because we had our second Virgo new moon, which normally this time of year we would be having our Libra new moon. So we would have been synced. The sun and the moon would have been synced with this Libra moon day and the sun moving into Libra, but that's not happening anymore. Well, I mean, technically the sun is in Libra at the same time the sun is in Libra at the same time the moon is in Libra, but we're not starting our Libra moon cycle until next month. So the things that I like to do on Libra days is kind of taking care of those things that Virgo forgot. Virgo's very focused and isolated on things. What else is there? What are the other things that you need to focus on in your life? Because Libra helps create balance. And a lot of times it's the thing that we've neglected is the rest and the self-care and, the breathing, the taking a deep breath. So Libra energy to me is that like breath of fresh air. It is that beauty of that, like picture just standing outside in some sort of nature. Hopefully you have some trees around you and you can hear that rustling of the leaves. You feel the wind blowing in your hair and you just take a deep breath and it just feels so good and relaxing. And there's this like relief. It's like this sigh of like, it's like the nature is like letting go of this sigh and this relief of like, wow, we worked really hard this summer, like making everything bloom and blossom and thrive and fruit. And now it's like, oh, we can exhale. We can just let go. And so all of those changing colors is nature beginning to release and let go. But technically the releasing and let going is happening at Scorpio season. So like I said, a lot of times the thing that's been neglected is you need that sigh, you need that exhale because Virgo is like always doing something. And now Libra is like, oh wait, we need to stop and pause and like take a look around, see the beauty around us, allow ourselves to feel that beauty, to feel that relief and feel that sigh. It's these spaces from which you're allowing yourself to breathe that the wisdom is coming in because all of the air signs have something to do with wisdom. So Libra gives you that space to sit and breathe and receive. So you might be receiving more information. If anything came up for you over the eclipse, you might be receiving and maybe understanding and integrating that information. And with Mars in Scorpio now, Mars is the planet of action. It's how we move in the world. And think of the excitement that you have when you go into that spooky section of the Halloween decorations at the store. It's like you feel that excitement. It's like you're drawn to it. You're magnetized to it. When I walk into a store, I'm always like, it's like you're feeling like guided and directed towards that Halloween section and you don't even know it's there. I went into my local Target the other day looking for Halloween decorations and they had some like right in the front of the store, but I kept like getting drawn to the place where the Halloween decorations were supposed to be and they weren't there. It was like half empty back to school supplies and they were starting to put out the Halloween stuff, but like they weren't ready yet. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm too early. But it is that draw. It's that magnet. We are interested in exploring the dark and the spooky. So that is that like magnetism that Scorpio has. And Mars in Scorpio is literally that magnet, that attraction that pulls you and like magnetizes you to it. So Mars will be in Scorpio for a little over a month. And then the moon is also moving into Scorpio on Wednesday at 5:01 a.m. So we'll be in Scorpio energy all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. and a lot of Friday as well. There's the void, of course, will happen later in the afternoon at 1:41 p.m. and we'll move into Sag around 5:37. Whoops, sorry, you guys can see Sag at 5:37 p.m. Friday. So this brings us into our weekend. So while Scorpio is magnetizing us to something, Sagittarius ignites that spark. Like if you discovered something while you were creeping through the darkness and exploring the shadows and exploring the unknown, Sagittarius is the light that you find, that like spark of interest, like, ooh, I want to explore this more. And Sagittarius is going to like go on that epic quest to find more, to learn more, to discover more. So Sagittarius waxing crescent moon, we're almost to the first quarter. So we do have a little bit of light here. We're probably like kind of close to 30%. Maybe this is 40% lit. And then Monday the moon will be 50% lit. So your energy hopefully might be increasing on the weekend, even though it might be kind of a slow energy kind of, or a low energy kind of week, just because we just got out of that eclipse. So it's going to take us a while to kind of integrate things. And then your energy might perk up when we move into the fire sign of Sagittarius. So we'll be in Sagittarius all weekend. The moon does not transition until Monday, the 29th. So we'll be in Sagittarius all weekend. And look, we have our beautiful falling leaves card. Oh my gosh, look, it's the cover one. I didn't notice that when I picked it. From the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. And I did not notice that we had the cover one. That's so cool. I love when we get the cover one. So the keywords are shedding, making space, and clearing blocks. Let go of things that weigh heavily on you. You deserve to take up space. That's so interesting. I was really feeling the like space, like Libra gives you that space. I was really feeling that for like when the sun moves into Libra energy. And now this card is saying that as well. So your higher self chose this card because you're in a radical period of release that feels more like an unraveling. It's likely that you're experiencing many endings in the form of lost friendships, breakups, moves, and other challenging changes that may have you wondering, why is all this happening to me? First and foremost, know that you are not being punished or frowned upon. All of these changes were necessary for your future growth and expansion. And while unpleasant, you know the things that are leaving you now were only blocking your successes before. The loss of a job may inspire you to finally start your own business, or a health scare might be a wake-up call that prompts you to take your well-being more seriously. By the time this period is over, you will feel lighter, freer, and much renewed. Do your best to find the light in every ending you're now facing. This is an excellent time to undergo personal lifestyle changes such as a makeover, adopting a weight loss program, enrolling in a dating app, or hiring a financial advisor. What's more important is making future decisions from an authentic place. It's time to get some clarity about the kind of life you'd like to have and what you need to manifest it. So this is very, very much encapsulates the energy of fall. Of there is this excitement to the release, which I think like being at the very beginning stages of fall, the fall equinox was on the 21st. So hope maybe you had a little fall celebration over the weekend. I think the eclipse kind of took the spotlight for this weekend, but it is the fall equinox, equal light, equal day. But I feel like this card encapsulates the beauty in the release, because I think a lot of times we forget that because it's so difficult. It's really difficult to say goodbye to things. It's really difficult to let go. It's really, the struggle is real, but there is beauty in it. Think of like how beautiful the fall leaves are. I mean, it's such a beautiful process. And then yes, they get brown and dried up and they fall on the ground and you have to clean them up, and it probably bothers your nose because of the leaf mold, and it's not fun. It's ugly. But then spring always comes. Something new always comes. So those bright green, neon green leaf buds will return in the spring. And whatever it is that you're shedding or releasing, something bright and green and shiny and new is going to replace it. Even though it feels like the emptiness or it feels like we'll be alone forever. It feels like we'll be empty forever when we are releasing sometimes, but there is going to be something good to replace that thing eventually. So our chakra card is fearless creativity, and now I can't remember if this came up recently or if it's been coming up in the weekly readings or live on stream. I can't remember, but this card has been coming up a lot lately is what I'm trying to say. So we have fearless creativity. When you light and store your inner fire, you awaken inspired, youthful energy, take action in your life, spark the embers of your creativity, sexuality, life force, and will. Oh, last week we had the will card. And allow them to emanate from your very being. Try doing something that scares you, Scorpio energy. Your fears can be a good teacher and introduce you to some of your heart's deepest desires, which often hide behind our fears. Give yourself permission to embrace all of who you are, fears and passions included. So this is a sacral chakra stone, the creativity center, our sexuality center. The crystal they recommend is sunstone, and the herb is vanilla. Okay, so our crystal here is red aventurine, a can-do stone that clears trauma and releases stored toxins. It's also regenerating and supports recovery after illness. Red aventurine is an earthy root chakra stone that embodies fire energy. So we've got our sacral chakra, we've got Sagittarius happening, which is fire. We've got lots of fire energy this week. A root chakra stone that embodies fire energy, making it both grounding and stimulating. It helps you to see tasks through to completion. The affirmation is, I will accomplish my goals today. I am grounded and focused. So this feels like a really wonderful companion stone to work with this week as the energy kind of feels low, and just we're going to have our eclipse hangover this week. So having a crystal ally that's going to help us get motivated and inspired feels really nice and lovely. This stone kind of encapsulates Sagittarius energy to me, so it feels like working with this at the beginning of the week, like Monday through Wednesday, it might help us to stay motivated and like head for that Sagittarius arrow at the end of the week, that like inspiration, that spark. Look, we have our a beautiful fall colored cards this week. We've got the orange and the red, and I feel like it's almost like she has this leaf dress on that is going from green and changing, and that it shows that transformation so beautifully. I hope that you have a good week this week. I hope that the eclipse wasn't too crazy for you. I hope that you are using this week to recover slowly and going at your own pace. Because remember, that is what the moon teaches us. It's the way it changes is very gradual and graceful and very subtle. So allow yourself, especially after you've experienced something that maybe wasn't that subtle. Maybe eclipses tend to be kind of abrupt. And so allowing yourself to ease into that transformation that may have occurred for you instead of having it be so sudden and shocking and all at once. I hope that you are ready to jump into this fall season, because I know I am. I'm so ready for fall. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to see you on the other side of the looking glass again soon. Last month, but we only got that for... Oh no, Gizmo just took a dive. Gizmo, where'd you go? Ugh. How many times I've got to bend over today. Oh, you guys can't even see him. He was on top of the microphone and then he plummeted to the hardwood floor. What was I saying? Okay,